The theme we have going for this week, as any of you that have watched previous ones will be aware, is mental health. And I've picked up on mental health and kindness. Kindness has the single ability to unlock humanity. Kindness strengthens relationships, it develops communities, and it deepens solidarity. It's the cornerstone of our individual and collective mental health. Wisdom from every culture across history recognises that kindness is something that human beings need to experience and practice to be fully alive. How do you define kindness? It's not only doing something for others, but it's also doing something for yourself. One of the things we do tend to forget is how to be kind to us. It's motivated by genuine desire to help that person. Research has been done that the kindness and our mental health are deeply connected. It shows that an antidote to isolation is kindness. It helps to reduce stress. It brings a fresh perspective. It deepens friendships. Kindness to ourselves, it can prevent shame from corroding our sense of identity. It can boost our self-esteem. Kindness can even improve feelings of confidence and optimism. Louise Finnis of the Public Health Specialist, and she's Public Mental Health and Neighbourhood Programme, is where I'm actually getting my information from. So don't think that I'm a mine of information. As I say, we as agents are continually learning and picking up information and growing ourselves in our awareness. You're never too old to learn anything, and that saying is so, so true. So let's have a look. What things did they want to share with us? How to make an act of kindness. There's so much out there. It's knowing where to look to get inspiration and advice. And there are some lovely promotional videos. One in particular, Mind in Somerset. Hazel Barron and Liv Talk were writing about Haliflus and how they can lift your day. And the video to help you feel inspired is on YouTube, and I can get the address of that put up to you later on. Somerset Library Service has pulled together a really nice range of online content on Mental Health Awareness Week, including videos, books, reviews, and kindness challenges. Again, if you go to the somerset.gov.uk site and put in Mental Health Awareness Week, you can get some good information there. Again, I will make sure all of this information is put up afterwards. Kindness can transform schools, places of work, communities, families. Let's shape society that tips the balance in favour of good mental health for all of us, but especially for those who are vulnerable. Share your ideas on how you think you could build a kinder society and that would support mental health following the hashtags, like hashtag kindness matters, etc. Tips for young children and young people, particularly during the COVID virus pandemic, is something that is relatively new to us to think about. And there are, if you go to mental wellbeing life hacks for coping with COVID-19, you'll find lots of tips there. BBC Somerset with Charlie Taylor on Wednesday nights between 7 and 8. There are slots and they talk about exercise and how to be kind to yourself. If you want more ideas, there is also www.newsleaf.uk and this is Somerset Mental Health in Agricultural Groups, led by New Leaf. And of course, South Somerset, large farming communities. This is a new resource. They're launching a new resource to support our farming communities to recognise the symptoms of mental ill health, which is also important because, especially if it's you yourself that is feeling very low, you don't always know that, do you? So we're getting lots of support coming in. I've got Debbie. She is the new advisor for the Centre of Sustainable Energy, and she can support anyone who is struggling to afford with their energy bills and debts. She can also help people to make their homes warmer and more energy efficient. We have Lucy. She's currently working. Lucy Gregory, hi, you're currently working in community health services. So there is so much support out there. At the time of uncertainty and ongoing challenges in our daily lives, we recognise the importance of keeping ourselves emotionally well and getting the right support in our mental health. The opportunity to talk to somebody who can listen, advise and support on how to take care of ourselves and the ones that we care for is of vital importance. Mindline has been set up with an emotional support helpline for all ages, and it's open 24/7. Their telephone number is 01 823 276 892. And again, this will be put up in the notes for you. Right, Jackie, that leads him nicely. I have Jackie Punter, who has just sent me a little note, and she has put about becoming a dementia friend. And becoming a dementia friend is an act of kindness. And this is so true. Living with dementia at any time brings challenges for those with conditions and for the people that are close to them. Many face stigma and isolation in everyday life, and the coronavirus is making things so much harder. Now more than ever, it's important to get the help and the support that they need. The Alzheimer's Society has worked with people affected by dementia to understand the unique challenges that they face in the pandemic. You won't always know that somebody has dementia, and every person with dementia will be unique. These actions will give you a basic understanding of the condition and its impact. Doing the most important things for people affected by dementia, showing kindness, patience, and empathy. If you can do those, you're already leading the way. Coronavirus is also adding the challenge faced by many carers. Many may be socially isolating, and with the living with dementia and caring for others afar, long periods of social isolation can increase the likelihood of domestic and social abuse. Some people may also experience additional anxiety about food, how are they going to get the food? It could be alcohol, it could be medications. All of these are additional stress. And the emergency services, we know, are stretched. Those experiencing abuse may be less likely to reach out for help because they don't want to add to the strain. Don't let that stop you. There is always somebody, there is always a point of contact. To aid helping people to live well, we have put together some of the actions that we can all do. These are the Alzheimer's top tips for persons supported by family and friends, with the carers and volunteers, especially during the pandemic. Consider how you communicate. Dementia can affect a person's communication abilities. For example, a person with dementia may forget words or have problems following the conversation. Each person will experience dementia in their own way, But there are some simple things that we can do to help communicate more effectively. Whether it's in person or on the phone, if we speak clearly, calmly, and at a slightly slower pace, as you can see, as I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, yes, slow down, Wendy. It helps them. If we keep sentences simple and short, and we're patient and we allow them to respond. Staying busy and active at home, keeping active and purposeful while at home to fight off the boredom and the frustrations will also help a person living with dementia to retain their skills and independence. If somebody you're supporting tells you that they're struggling to stay occupied, there are lots of activities that the Alzheimer's Society can support and help with. There are puzzles and games that keep the mind functioning. They have an online shop with a variety of products as well. Becoming a dementia friend, as Jackie said, there are many misconceptions that surround dementia, and one of them is just about losing your memory, and that's a natural part of ageing anyway. For example, there's so much more of a condition, so much more to a person than their dementia. If you're helping somebody with the condition, it's important to understand that it can affect someone and the challenges that they might face. So it's, so knowing how is best to support them. A lot of people don't understand or remember government guidelines, especially if they live alone and they're not socialising. There is a lot of information. So to pick up, you can go to the Alzheimer's Society. They have dementia support workers. We, CCS, can get you in touch to anybody if you want to know where people are. I'm just checking my comments again. Somebody's been having a low week and they're realising that, let's have a look, realise that I've not been out for a proper walk recently. A 30-minute stroll yesterday evening really did the trick. Fresh air really helped the mental well-being. So that is a very good example that somebody who was feeling a little bit low, hadn't been out for a walk, realised that they hadn't done it. After having done that exercise, they were really, really feeling much better afterwards. So thank you for that one. We have the Farming Community Network is on Facebook. And in the notes, there's also the contact for the Alzheimer's Society. So, and I would like to thank Jackie for all of the information she has supplied me with. She was hoping to join me and talk to herself today. However, technology, etc., it's actually learning to operate the live chats to split the screens and get people in. Another quick conversation that I would like, and something else I would like you all to be aware of, is the virtual village hall. That's been launched quite recently by the Royal Voluntary Service, and it really is worth a look at. They have had a really, really positive response. And they are keeping people active. So what have we got? The virtual hall, it brings a programme of themed online activities, and obviously all directed towards the boredom and isolation. So all things that we can do to get ourselves active, to keep ourselves fresh and interested. For example, next week, I've had a quick look today myself, and on Monday, their watercolour painting class. Tuesday, we have meditation with Hannah. On Wednesday, we have laughter yoga sessions. So keeping a straight face doesn't have to be possible. In this one, you can laugh away with yoga. Thursday the 28th, Silver Swans ballet class. Friday is still to be confirmed. Monday, being the bank holiday, is the Great British Campout, which one of my colleagues touched on during the week when she was doing her live talking cafe. And the Great British Campout obviously doesn't mean that we have to go outside to a big campsite. We can camp in the back garden, caravan on the drive, or even really back to basics. As you remember, as a child, you had a washing line or the sofa and some heavy books, and you got the bed sheet out and you made your own tent in the house. So camping in whichever form is a get-together, you have fun, and that's what it's all about. Talking of camping, of course, it brings us back to fires. And of course, the fire service does want us to remind you not to build fires. If you're doing the fires, then to do them safely. They have had an awful lot of call outs, especially with the hot weather. So if at all possible, please don't light your fires. I'm now looking at a quick look at my comments again, just in case. Oh, there's been a love, Emily, thank you. She's put up a YouTube link on how to make an act of kindness through nice link there. An update for next week. We have Talking Cafes going live again. And Mondays, we will always have the same rota that Mondays are West Somerset. And they, Tuesdays are going to be, is Taunton area, colleagues from Taunton. Wednesday is Mendip. Thursdays, Sedgemoor. And Fridays is South Somerset. And my colleague Dave will be with you on Friday. Now, what's happening next week? Tuesday is going to be mind and body relaxation techniques. Wednesday is going to look at family focus. Thursdays is going to be cancer support. And Dave will be looking at scams and staying safe online. Now, remember, we're there if should you need us. Please PM or phone us up. There will be no Talking Cafe on Monday with it being a bank holiday. So enjoy your camping, be it tent in the garden or sheet in the lounge. And that about brings everything to an end. We're there. Go to the Talking Cafes. If you type in village agents, carers agents, you don't even have to be professional. Just type in the words in Google and it will come up. If you are aware of somebody who does not have the facilities, gain their permission, you can call on their behalf. There is a village agent in every area of Somerset now. We're there should you need us. Give us a call and we'll respond. Until next time, I'm sure they'll call me in again. This is me saying thank you very much and goodbye. Wendy Rudd checking out. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.